So I created every agency owner's dream, an AI agent that could outreach all by itself and you wouldn't have to do a thing. We're not talking about an AI cold email copilot or even just an AI cold caller. We are talking about an AI agent that could do complete outreach for yourself and your business on behalf of yourself and your business for absolutely free. And you just have to put in the lead list and the offers that you have, and it will automatically send cold calls, cold emails, even book appointments as well as follow up with your prospect. The only thing that you need to do is put in your offers and put in your lead list. And I'm going to show you how to exactly set up the system for your business by using your offers and your lead list in a step-by-step tutorial today. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Jain, and I recently scaled an SMA from $0 to $50,000 in just 2 months. And back when I was running my own SMA, the most excruciating piece of thing in my whole SMA journey was outreach. I had to research leads. I had to make personalized opener for every single one. I have to make sure that the message is delivered correctly to each and every person. Even though I had VAs in my agencies to help me out with cold outreach, whether it's cold calling or cold emailing, because I didn't do the cold calling myself, still there was a massive limit on the number of the cold calls that I could do in a day. But now, because I created this AI agent and we are now in 2024, we do not need to rely on human cold callers anymore, as well as human outreachers anymore, because we just need to put down a list and an offer, and you get appointments the very next day. And back when I was running my SMA, the person who has the most number of employees to cold outreach for him and has a similar or better offer than myself, then he was the one who was actually winning in the space and taking the major portion of the market. But because AI can cold call 1 million people in just a fraction of a second, now we can have our cold calling team as large as of Salesforce, and we do not have to worry about the quality of these calls because AI is consistent and it's making sure that every prospect is handled absolutely well. Now let's talk about the tools that we're going to be using today. First of all, Zapier Central, which is the platform that will bind every of this piece together. Second is Blind AI, one of my favorite softwares for sending AI cold calls that I've used for the past 6 months and has been working very, very well for recently. Third is our lead list and offer itself. And fourth is the Gmail workspace or the Google workspace that you're going to use to send emails. You can definitely go ahead and add it in your Zoho account or even your Microsoft Outlook account that you use. Whatever you use for sending emails, you can add that to Zapier and use that to send cold emails to clients. And if you stick around at the end of this video, I'm gonna giving away this exact AI bot that I created that could get you at least 10 to 15 appointments all by yourself for absolutely free. So before further ado, let's start the step-by-step process of creating this AI outreach bot. So here we are in Zapier Central, and let me give you a quick overview of how things look like inside our Zapier Central. Now, I've already covered this in one of my past videos, but here's just a quick overview. These are the actions and the data, so the actions that the assistant can execute on command, and the data source, which is basically our lead list in this case, which we're going to upload or sync to Zapier Central, and it's gonna understand and parse out our complete lead list, even if it's of thousands and thousands of people, and then send cold calls and cold emails to them. So here we are in the behaviors. Now, to save time for this video, I've already gone ahead and created a behavior with all of the settings that are required to make this work. We are just gonna step by step, first of all, look at what are we building here, how to add our data source, how to make sure that we send phone calls to all the people first, then emails, then how to add a delay, and then how to book appointments itself. And then we're going to be looking at the overall instructions to give to your bot to make sure everything is perfectly good. So let's start with this trigger. Now I have added this trigger to be, like to start out teaching, and it will start out teaching, like let's start the process up. But if you want to add a trigger as, like as soon as you get a new lead, then call them as well as send them a cold email with your template. That's possible as well. That's absolutely no problem. And then it's the instruction that I asked to follow, which we will be going to discuss in a minute. But let's move on to, first of all, data sources and how you can add data up or your lead list to your Zapier Central bot. So here is the trial lead list that we're going to be using for today's video. And I have the person's name, company description, because it's just trial lead list, website, phone number, address, company email, call, no personalization. Now we are reaching out to dental clinics, and we are reaching out to dental clinics to sell them paid ads. Now this is just a basic example. You could go ahead and do this for realtors or multiple different niches. I have just taken dental as an example because so go ahead on to now we're going to know how to add data sources, and make sure that you check this up. Just click on this Google Sheets and then add your Google Sheets in whichever your data is. Then let's talk about the actions that we're gonna have in our bot today. First of all, the send phone call action by Land AI, which will be responsible for sending the cold calls to your lead list. Now, the majority of the settings I have here is I have AI generating a value for this field, because we're going to be teaching AI to how to perform those actions rather than just putting down some numbers and variables in by ourselves. Because we want to make the process as easy as possible on our part, and just put our lead list and offer in. So we're gonna have today AI generate a value for most of these fields, but the reduced latency, make sure it's true. Voice, I'm preferring an American male voice, and then use it as 0. And then so pretty much everything will be added in these instructions. Now let's move on to the send emails. Now, as we have sent cold calls to all of our lead list, we are going to be sending them cold emails. Now you can go ahead and add your Gmail if you have Google Workspace, if you have a Zoho account or even a Microsoft account. You can just go ahead and add your email providers to this and let it take control of sending emails to your lead list. The third part is the delay action. Now this is the thing that you have to pay attention to, because you have to create a delay for at least 2 to 3 hours, or ideally 1 to 2 hours if you're sending at least 500-600 calls at a single time with Land AI, because it takes time to dispatch calls and it takes time for the calls to complete. So we have to always be on the safer side before we start to analyze what happened on the calls. So let this automation rest for at least 1 to 2 hours, and then go ahead to analyze calls, see if a prospect has booked an appointment, and if they actually have, go ahead on to create a detailed event. Now this get transcript thing shouldn't be just above this. I have I later added this into a behavior action, but that doesn't matter with Zapier Central, because this is just a list of action. It doesn't have to be in the perfect format, because it's gonna follow the instructions over everything what we put in here. Now after the delay is over, it's gonna get the transcript of each and every call, and then it's gonna analyze if the prospect booked an appointment or not. And if they have, it will go ahead and create a detailed event in Google Calendar, where again I have most of the values. I have an AI selector value for the speed, not just the settings at all, because we're planning, we are trying to get the AI to do all of this stuff for us rather than putting in some variables, which is very easily possible with Make.com. But I wanted to show you the power of Zapier Central and how easy it is for anyone to go ahead and build their trade solutions on Zapier Central. Now let's talk about the instructions that we're gonna have for our AI bot. You are an outbound agent and it goes to outreach to our lead list by cold calling and cold people. Now make sure you give enough context on what is the niche and what is the AI bot hacks it has actually have to do. You will get this piece of instructions and this complete bot for absolutely free. And in the end of the video, I'm going to show you where you can get this, so you don't have to worry about the whole of prompt here. But just to give an overview, we have listed down all of our actions. First of all, with an overview, the sub steps to achieve this will be mentioned below. This is just an overall guideline. Now, because we want to train the AI to be as optimized as possible, we are making sure that we give the overall actions first of all, and then give it in the details and the actual source that it asks for. Get data from trial lead database, which is our lead database here. Send phone calls with Bland AI. We have already gone through that in the action step. Send emails, again done. Trigger delay, done. Get transfer of all of the calls. Now it's gonna automatically pick the transcript or pick the call ID and fetch a transcript of the particular call for the particular person, so we don't have to worry about that as well. Then it's gonna analyze all of the calls sent after delay, create a Google Calendar event when somebody should use. Now it's simple. Now, just to make sure that you follow this tutorial very properly, I'm just gonna give you a brief overview on what are the important instructions for this bot. Now, when we are getting data from the trial lead database, make sure you add these instructions, add plus before every number to make sure the formatting of the numbers are absolutely correct. Because by default, Google Sheet, even if you put down in number here, Google Sheet will format the number as without any plus sign. And if it doesn't have a plus sign, then Bland will not be able to format it correctly and the call will not be sent. So make sure you have a plus sign before every single one of the number. Now you have to trigger the send call action for every single person one by one. Now we are talking about sending phone calls with Bland AI. And this is the phone number, source it from the lead list and make sure it has plus before it. Task, this is the the complete task. I'm not gonna go over each and every detail about this, but I've already covered how to create prompts with markdown formatting that make sure that AI doesn't hallucinate in one of my previous videos, which you can see up here. And here are the settings for the voice AI. The voice you're gonna be using is 0. Request data, nothing required here. AMD is set to false, and you can play along all of these settings here. But here's the thing that I want you to focus on is the interruption threshold. Now this determines how long the AI is gonna let the user speak before interrupting. So you have to make sure that it is set to a correct value according to your use case. 110 milliseconds works for me. You have to test it out and see what works for you or not. The third is send emails to lead list. Simple. Now your next stop is to send emails to this lead list that is just sourced. Here's the email template that you have to follow for every single person. Now here's our email template. Again, very, very basic. I didn't have any spice to it. Of course, you can have a lot of personalization here with Zapier Central as well when you're sending out emails. And then is our trigger delay by Zapier action, your transcript, retrieval of the call IDs. And then here is our create Google event on Google Calendar. Now, the name of the event I have here, here is Black Coalition XRO. Start date and time as decided on the call, end date and time after 15 minutes of the start time. You just have to simply put simple instruction in this, and you can make sure that it will book the appointment on the Google Calendar. It's that simple with Zapier Central. And video conferencing, yes, and here are the rest of the details. Now we have gone through the entire process. What's the trigger gonna be? The instructions. Now instructions is the glue that binds all of this together. So make sure that you've got this one on point and doesn't miss or lack any kind of important or crucial steps that AI needs to follow to complete this process of outreach of yours. So we have gone through the behavior actions and the data sources as well. Now it's time to test this all out. I'm just gonna click on test behavior, and it's gonna start processing our so we get data from the trial leads database. So it has summarized what it's gonna do on the test to run. Now it has successfully sourced all of our numbers. RO, here's my number, here's my email. I checked out here. Now here's a personalization that we had over here. Now the next step, it's gonna send a phone call with Blind AI. I'll trigger the send call out to each person one by one. Let's start with the first person, RO. And here's yes, it has sourced my number with a plus sign. Task, cold call dentist to help them with their problem getting new jobs every month by booking a 15-minute call with experts. Will run ads to the business. So it's that simple. And it will, because we are testing this, Zapier Central gives us the chance to review the information before each and every action is triggered. So you have to make sure that you are absolutely correct with your actions and you don't have anything missing. So this all looks good to me. Looks good. Go ahead. And I just gotta send me the file. Then now the just for your like the delay that I have set to is 10 minutes here, because we are just doing it for the video. But make sure that you set it to at least 1 to 2 hours, because we want to wait before that. And here is the call that I received. Now I'm just going hello.
You are reaching out to Arrow.
Yes, you are.
Hi, Arrow. My name is Alex. I'm calling local dentists in the area to help them get more patients. How's your practice going? Are you looking to get more new patients this month?
Yes, I'm looking to get new patients.
I think you meant to say new patients. Don't worry, I'm here to help. We have experts who can run ads for your business to bring in new patients. Would you be open to a 15-minute call with one of them to discuss how it works?
Yeah, sure.
Great. What's your availability like this week or next? Are mornings or afternoons better for you?
Can we do Tuesday 2 p.m.?
Tuesday at 2 p.m. works perfect. I'll send you a calendar invite with all the details. What's the best email address to send that to?
It's aarohjain06@gmail.com.
Arrow. Arrow, I think there might be a mistake. You said 06@gmail.com. Can you confirm that's correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Alright, I've got 06@gmail.com. I'll send over that calendar invite for Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Is there a phone number I can reach you at if anything comes up?
Yeah, this you can reach out to this number only.
I'm going to assume you're referring to the number I'm calling you on right now. Is that correct?
Yes.
Alright, sounds good. I'll make sure to reach out to this number if anything comes up.
Sure.
We're all set for Tuesday at 2 p.m. Well, that's all for now. I'm looking forward to your call.
Now this was just a demo call where he tried to book me in a 15-minute call, and I agreed to it. Now to just save time and to keep this video short, I'm not gonna call every single person here. Now just as a reminder, it will, when you have actually turned on this behavior, like enable behavior, it will not ask you every single time if you want to send calls to this person or not. This is just for the test part. When you have turned it on and you have actually set the bot in your start outreaching, it's gonna just bang out every single number of the lead list and bang out emails as well. So I'm just gonna say skip the calls for other people. And RO and email first, because we just like fast track this process for the purpose of this call. And then it's gonna create me an email, again an action preview of the email that it's going to send. And here's I checked out a review by Google my mark, and like the same thing here. Let me know if Monday 2 p.m. works for you. Here's our offer. Here's our CTA. Just go ahead. Now it has now the next step towards naturally is the trigger delay by Zapier action, but I'm just gonna say no, don't delay. Just analyze the call per RO, because we are just testing it, and I don't want to wait 10 minutes for it to complete the delay. It's get the transcript for this call, and yes, and it's gonna automatically fetch my call ID from the above step right here, this step, and it's gonna it has fetched the transcript. And as the call was scheduled for Tuesday 2 p.m. and Alex confirmed our email address as well. Okay, then it's gonna automatically create a detailed event based on these details. Name of the event, Black Pollution is ROGN, Tuesday 2 p.m. 15 minutes after the start time. Yes, should be. And there we go. And it has gone ahead and scheduled an event. Just it has gone ahead and created an event. Also added a hangout link on where people can go ahead and join those calls. Like that was basically it. It sent me a phone call, it sent me email, it created an event, and even sent the email to attendees, and giving them follow-ups and reminders, all that kind of stuff. So it's that easy to get started with cold outreach with AI today. I'm gonna link you this bot, absolutely free, in the description down below. You just go ahead, click the link, and then you will be you just have to log into Zapier. It's free, absolutely free. Don't charge you time for it, and go ahead and send your first ever campaigns.